You know this thing?
It's yours?
His name is it a Boggart or is his name Boggart?
The fuck is a Boggart?
Yeah,
Humphrey?
Boggart Humphrey?
Do you guys know what a Boggart is?
No,
idea.
You guys are attacking my Boggart?
Yeah, we're going into combat.
Preparing to attack.
Yeah.
When you put it that way,
Planning.
no, because I didn't know it belonged to you.
I mean,
Right.
we don't have to if you like the guy, thing, it.
At least explain to us.
Stand down, boys. Stand down.
You guys, a Boggart is an English folklore creature, known to be somewhat of a household ogre or a spirit.
A household
ogre. Like Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but
All right.
that's pretty big to have walk around your house. That's
Well,
good.
he's lovely.
He's a big dude.
Bright green.
Look at yourselves, guys. Look at yourselves.
Oh, damn.
Ogreish.
Kinda. I see
Yeah,
it. I
fair
see
enough.
it.
On the
I
nose.
mean, I've already drawn that comparison. It's a little late.
Living inside the home, or outside even, mostly in the northwest England region. Other names for it include bug, bugbear, boogie, bogan, boogeyman, boggle.
Boogeyman.
So this is kind of like a bugaboo.
Kinda.
Close. Presumably, all derived from the Welsh word of bwg. Regardless of the name, they're always regarded as malevolent.
Oh.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's not a good thing. So why are you protecting this evil gardening thing that we were just about to beat the crap out of?
All right, well, listen. It's a magical being whose name you might recognize mostly from the Harry Potter series.
Never read it.
No?
No, because I'm an
Anyone?
adult.
Anyone read this?
I watched the first movie. It was
No,
good.
no
It was
one
good.
read this.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
We're
sorry.
grown men. We don't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
read Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling wrote them as shapeshifters to resemble the beholder's worst fear. However, folklore presents them as having a fixed appearance, which we'll get to later. Boggarts also appear as boggles in the Chronicles of Narnia,
Okay.
and then as an actual boggart in Susan Cooper's The Boggarts, or The Boggart and the Monster, who are books written that are in modern literature now. And speaking of names, a boggart should never be given one.
Ooh.
Oh, so you can't call it
Clyde.
You can't call
Clyde.
it just George. Because if named, a boggart will not be reasoned with nor persuaded and will become uncontrollable and destructive. In the home, boggarts are known to cause mischief or for things to just disappear. Maybe if food goes bad before it should, a boggart is to blame.
they're like ghost cats.
Ghost cats.
Pushing shit
What
off.
is a ghost cat?
Pushing shit off shelves, breaking stuff, pooping
Pretty
in
much.
the boots.
Pooping in boots.
It's like Puss in Boots' evil twin.
Yeah,
Boots.
Puss in Boots and Poop in Boots.
Puss in Boots is like, if I find the motherfucker what's been shitting in my boots.
At night, they pull your sheets off of you.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Or they can crawl into your bed and pull your ear.
Ah.
Or place a clammy hand on your face.
Ah. Hairy, clammy, wet.
Isn't that gross? Like,
Yeah,
why would
just
you want
slap.
to touch your face while you're sleeping?
And just the whole palm.
Yeah,
Just
the whole
blap.
clammy, gross.
I like his style. These are
Yeah.
very weird hauntings.
He's
Just like
messing
make your
with
food
you.
go bad and like tug on your ear and then just put his whole hand on your
Like,
face.
all inconvenient, weird things. Like,
I'm not terrified. I'm just ticked off.
put your toilet paper roll the opposite way.
What's weirder about that though? Like waking up to a wet clammy hand, or waking up to a note and having no recollection, and just seeing this note. I put my wet clammy hand on your face last night.
For like a minute.
And you're like, ew.
Ugh. Yeah.
And not slapping, just kind of laying
All
it right
there,
there, just
yeah.
holding it there as long as you
That's
can.
Letting it get
That's
all
advanced
humid
bullying.
and weird.
So when you pull it off, it's like,
Yeah. Oh,
like a quarter pound of roast beef. Cold.
yeah. Boggarts who live in places like marshes instead of homes dabble in even darker delights.
Nice. Good alliteration.
Thank you. Like the abduction of children and sometimes adults.
ooh.
All right.
No one knows what a boggart will do to you once they get you, but everyone suspects that they devour you as you're never seen again.
So, and also it's assumed that when the boggart gets you, you're done. So
You're
no
done.
one can really tell, right? It's like
The
there
house
are no
boggarts are
survivors.
pretty lazy. They do clammy. They do
They climb
clammy
in your bed,
hands
yeah.
and sheets.
They do the clammy hand. Hit you with
Yeah.
a quick clammy hand.
Marsh boggarts They
Feral.
kill you.
Feral
They
goose.
kill you.
Well,
They're
it's
feral.
harder in the marsh.
And
man.
what's this guy? Is this
house?
guy a house or a marsh? I mean,
we're in a house.
You know,
kind of.
He's a house bugger.
He better be.
He's just
God.
cranky, obviously.
Have you felt any like clammy hands on your face? Would you like to?
Again, the note says why I brought it up.
Hopefully, this guy isn't into like nighttime teabagging or something like that. Just to
Is that what
really
it is?
mess with you.
Oh,
Maybe that was just like the polite sort
I
of.
thought that was the
old
clammy
England.
hands.
We call it the clammy hands.
That's just a
they
British
hands.
way of putting it. Hit it with the old clammy hands last night. What?
So you guys have been getting these notes too, or no?
No, just you.
Son of a bitch.
Oh man, that's tough.
The recorded appearance of boggarts tends to vary. Home boggarts and marsh boggarts are almost different creatures in terms of malevolence and size. The more common would be the home boggart, who are described as being very human-like, but grotesque and disturbing.
Evil.
Evil. One written account describes one as a squat, hairy man.
I love the term squat.
Yeah.
Squat. You could never use that to describe someone and have it come out good. Like,
No.
man,
Oh,
I
you're
met this
very
girl.
squat.
She had this wonderful personality, these really blue eyes. She's squat. So nice.
Immediately.
It's just everything's
Immediately.
ruined after that.
Everything's very like feral and weird.
It just blows it all away. It's like, okay, what?
Oh man, she's so squat.
She's squat AF.
I like this description. Strong as a 6-year-old horse. Is that when horses like peak?
That's
that-
horse peak.
is that-
That's horse
But
peak.
who was able to judge that metric?
I don't know.
Who wrestled one and goes, this is just like that 6-year-old horse I wrestled last
Men
week.
who live with horses.
Sir, you have the energy of a 6-year-old horse.
Yeah, I
Not
think
an 8-year-old.
What kind
Not a
of like
5-year-old at all.
they can live like 25, 30 years, I think.
Something like that.
Horses?
Yeah.
like cats? They can live about 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah. And with arms almost as long as tackle poles. For those of you who don't know, that is long as fuck.
Yes.
That's like double arm.
Oh yeah, but are they just as thin too? Because that'd be even creepier. Just these long, like
With-
quarter-inch
spaghetti.
With
length
lures hanging off of them.
treble hooks and
Yeah.
Bobbers.
Lures and bobber hands. Marsh boggarts are said to take on a more beast-like form, such as a calf with long, shaggy hair and eyes like saucers, trailing a long chain that made a noise like a bang of hounds.
Good description.
There is a specific story of the Grizzlehurst Boggarts in Lancashire. There was an author who interviewed a couple in 1861. And they said that a boggart was buried at a nearby bend in the road under an ash tree. And despite being buried, the boggart was still able to create trouble.
Oh, bastard.
The farmer's wife claimed just 2 weeks earlier had heard doors banging in her farmhouse at night, then loud laughter, and she saw 3 candles just gleaming in her farmhouse. Then loud laughter again,
Never good.
and then blue light and a creature with red burning eyes
Always
Always with the
with the red burning eyes. What is that?
leaping about.
Leaping about, just having a good old
I'm
time.
leaping about. I'm having a leap about.
Just you know,
I would love to see you leaping about. I really would.
Just
At night
wait.
outside my barn, just leaping
you-
around.
Just
a
you
boggart
wait.
leap about.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. And then the following morning, like many marks of cloven hooves were seen outside the house.
Ooh.
And they said that the boggart had unhitched their own horse and overturned their cart.
Now,
This
who
was in
killed-
1861.
Who killed the boggart and buried him? Because, I mean, how did they know there was a buried boggart? Did they just,
You know what? This story has a little holes in it.
I know, boggart's buried
There
in
was
it.
a buried boggart.
Maybe it was some kind of
Evidently.
medium who came up. You know,
I mean, there's different kinds. They're in your house. They're in the swamp. Someone's got to have interacted with and run afoul a boggart.
Sure.
And been like, you know what? No, not today.
During
I'm gonna
the day.
bury you under an ash tree somewhere. And he's like, all right, go ahead.
Under an ash
Go ahead and see what
tree.
happens.
I'll become even more mighty.
I'll bang on farm doors all night.
All night.
Laugh my ass off and have a leap about.
You can't even make it through that.
That's actually what's written on his tombstone.
Confusing travelers from all around the world. Why does it say that? Just hang out. Just hang out at night. You'll see this shit. It's crazy.
And the farmer said, I never gave it a name, and stated that he would never dig near its grave. And I brought up before, you'd never name a boggart. Otherwise, it just creates unruly behavior in your house.
So what did he name the boggart?
He didn't name it.
Oh, thank God.
He didn't. People say that hanging a horseshoe on the door and leaving a pile of salt outside of your bedroom keep a boggart away.
So that's where the horseshoe thing comes from?
That's interesting.
Because that's, a horseshoe over the door, that's always been a symbol of good luck. And I didn't know if it had a boggart attachment.
Yep.
Damn.
People were hiding that information from you?
Because there's one in my garage. There's a little horseshoe above the door. So that's why we have no boggarts. I mean, seriously, I've been there 8 years.
There it is.
Not one boggart. It fucking works, people.
Well, see? Horseshoes, no boggarts.
Yeah, it's just that simple.
Also, the Navajo Indian, or the Dine, they have, talisman, like 2 crossed arrows, and they bless them, and then they will put them at the opening of each hogan. Because an evil spirit apparently knows they can't cross that threshold. So, like, that's like an ancient
Just
kind of like
someone's hip to your
religious
shit. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, no, I got it.
That's interesting.
I feel like all cultures understand a crossing of things is like no.
Yep.
Yeah, vampires got to be invited. It's so interesting that pure evil always has rules.
It was believed that helpful household sprites could turn into malevolent boggarts if offended or ill-treated. And once they latch onto a household, they follow families no matter where they run.
There's like attached.
Nice.
So once they're with the family, they're with the family.
If you piss off one of these boggarts, they're like, well, I guess we're living forever together, just like real families do.
Hope you like balls on your face while you sleep.
Hating everyone every moment of the day.
Give you the old clammy hand.
Give you the
We need to
old-
separate, but touch my face with the clammy face.
Guys, shh, shut up.